Hey guys, how you doing today? Today I want to take a look at my sweet peas and I want to show you guys how big they have gotten. But what I want to do is I want to propagate, and I'm going to tell you why. With sweet peas, especially when you're starting them in the house, you want to cut the tops off so they can get more flowers. So like for example, just like a dahlia or any other kind of a plant, when you cut it, it will branch out. Like say here's my cut, it will branch out from here and get two more stalks that will grow up, or stems, and then it will produce more flowers that way. So this is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do today. Okay, so you want to wait until these are about 6 to 8 inches long. You can see. But what you want to do is you want to count up 3 sets of leaves. And then you want to make your cut. You want to make your cut right above that leaf and the node. Cut it, and then there will be your secondary propagation plant. And then you want to cut this leaf off, this bottom leaf. You want to cut that off, and then you want to trim off your leaves. Make them about half, and then I'm going to cut this just a little bit closer to the node. And then, I forgot my rooting hormone. I'm going to dip it in my rooting hormone. Get that node covered up. And then I'm just going to slide her down in. I'm going to slide her down into the corner of my pot. Like that. And then we'll fill the rest of it up with soil as soon as I get done cutting the rest of these. Now these are too small. Yeah, they're still pretty little, so we're not going to worry about that one. We're going to cut this one. So we're going to count up 1, 2, 3. I'm going to leave 3 on there. This one's got another shoot coming out right here. Can you see that? So I might just go to here and make my cut. Cut right above that leaf and the node, and then that will branch out more. It'll branch out 2 more stems, and you'll get more flowers that way. And then I'm going to cut this leaf off because there's my node. Make my cut a little bit shorter, and then I'm just going to cut these leaves in half because we want them to work on roots, but you want to give it enough leaves so that the light can feed your propagation. I'm gonna have to get some more rooting hormone here soon. I've been going through a lot of it doing cuttings, and then I'm just gonna set her once again. I'm just gonna push her down in this corner of my pot. And then we're going to go and take a look at this one. Get these babies out of the way. Now this one, like this one only has 1 in it. I put another seed down in here. And this one I didn't have any luck, so I put 2 more seeds down in this one. And this one only had 1 in it, so I put another seed down in it also. So what I want to do with this one, I want to look at it, and I want to try to figure out, is it tall enough? Well, here's my 3 sets of leaves. 1, 2, 3. I'd have to, there's my leaves. 1, 2, 3. And then I would have to cut that leaf off, and it would only give me this portion up here. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer on this. And the same with this. You want to count up 1, 2, 3. That would only give me right here, because right here would be where I'd have to stick it in the soil. And it's not a lot. I'll let her get a couple more leaves going, let this open and these open on those, and then I'll propagate her. Now this one over here is big enough to propagate. There's 3. Oop. Her tendrils are holding on. They're holding each other up. So these ones, let's start with this. We've got 1, 2, 3. I would have to cut that one, and I would only have that much in the soil. Let me think about that. Let's look at this one. This one is 1, 2, 3. This one is cuttable, so I'm going to cut her right above her leaf and node. And then I'm going to cut, I'm going to cut that one, that bottom leaf off. Her leaves are very small up here, so I'm not going to cut those. Oop. I want to make another cut, diagonal. And you want to leave a little bit of room on your stem in case some of it starts rotting. That way it doesn't rot out your node right off the bat. I got my rooting hormone all the way up to the node. I'm going to stick her down in, I'll have to put a little more soil because this one's a little shorter. I'll add just a little bit more up in that corner to keep her up higher. There we go. And then this one, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to count up. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Cut her right there. And then we've got, cut that bottom leaf node off. Give her a trim. Now I could, but I'm not going to, because I'm not really liking, you know, I could cut right here. I could do a cut and then make this one be a node, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it alone. I have plenty, so let's get her in the soil. And then this one, let's see what we got going on here. We've got one with this bottom stalk down here. See how she's got that extra stalk growing out? So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and that's plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut her. Get rid of that bottom leaf node. Cut that about half. Stick this in, and then I'll have to start another tray. I want to close my rooting hormone because I will knock it over if I don't. So I'm just gonna want to pack my soil down just a little bit. She's gonna be by herself for a while until I can cut some more of these over here that I didn't cut yet. So then she's good. I'm not going to fill her up with any more soil. Her node is under the soil. But these are, I got to fix her because it done fell over. I want to get, come on, stand up. Stand up like a soldier. I want to get a little more soil in here. Tighten them up. Press them down so they're sturdy. And there we go. There's 4. And there's 5 more plants, hopefully. They may not all make it. So I'll water these guys in, and they will be all ready to go. And I'll just wait until I see soil coming out of the bottom of the pot, which this one is, and I made a huge hole down here. I'm going to put a little more soil in. And there we go. That's all there is to it. Now, I'm not going to mark these because I know what they are. Sweet peas are very, you can tell what they are. But, so there we go. I have the possibility of 5 more plants. Now, you can also, I've never tried this. I've always propagated my sweet peas this way in the soil with a little bit of rooting hormone. Heck, back in the day, I never even used rooting hormone. I didn't ever know nothing about it. But this is how my mom always did it, and a lot of times she would cut her sweet peas right out in the garden. After she already had them planted and they got so tall, she would cut them, cut that leaf off that node and stick them right down in the soil, and then she would go out every day in the morning and water, and sometimes again in the afternoon, you know, because it would get really hot. But, you know, because you want to keep seedlings and anything that you're trying to propagate, you want to keep it consistently moist. You don't want to start out like, say, 2 or 3, 4 days where it's moist and then you forget a day or 2 or 3, because your roots, if they do start producing roots, those roots are going to die. They're going to dry up and they're going to die. So you want to stay on top of propagations, which is exactly like for in the house. I kind of do both. I do soil and water propagations. Sometimes it's just easier to plop them down, even if you got 3 or 4 propagations that you're doing. Pop them all into water and just walk away from them and forget it. But I also like to stick, like say I take a philodendron cutting, I'll stick it right back down in the soil with the mother plant, pop it in, and then I'll just keep watering that area every couple days or whatever. But you got to be careful of that too. But anyways, that's way off subject. So anyways, guys, I will keep an eye when these other 3 or 4, I think, get a little bit taller, and I will be cutting those and propagating those along, and then I'll stick them in this pot and then possibly another pot. It just depends on how many I get. But I will keep you updated here in a couple of weeks, and we'll check these guys again. These, once they get, they're going to also be going out onto my back porch and then into my greenhouse. And I get them adjusted to outside. They will be going right into the ground because they're seedlings. Now, if you have seeds, you can go ahead and plant them in the ground as long as your ground is warm, because these can take the cold weather. They're a little bit more cold tolerant. Now, if they would start popping up in the ground and you would get a hard freeze, you would probably have to go out and cover them up. I wouldn't chance it because their leaves are so thin and skinny and delicate, and you know, you would definitely want to cover them. But I don't have a problem with that if I need to go cover stuff up. So alright guys, that is it, and I will let you go, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Peace.